Did you know that John Wayne Gacy once entertained children at parties as Pogo the Clown, while secretly being one of America's most notorious serial killers? The image of a smiling clown making balloon animals and telling jokes seems innocent enough. But behind the grease paint and laughter, Gacy was hiding a darkness that would shock the nation. It almost sounds like an urban legend you'd hear around a campfire, a story so disturbing it couldn't possibly be true. But this tale isn't just a scary story, it's chillingly real, and it happened in the heart of suburban America. Gacy was the friendly neighbor in Norwood Park, Illinois. He lived on a quiet street, lined with tidy lawns and picket fences, the kind of place where everyone knew each other's names and trusted their neighbors. He owned a successful contracting business, hosted lively community barbecues, and even volunteered for local charity events. Gacy was the guy who'd lend you a tool, help you fix a fence, or show up at your door with a smile. People thought he was a stand-up guy, a real pillar of the community. He was the type of person parents trusted around their kids, and neighbors invited to every gathering. But behind that smile, he was hiding a monstrous secret. Gacy's double life was so well concealed that even those closest to him had no idea what he was truly capable of. Between 1972 and 1978, Gacy murdered at least 33 teenage boys and young men. The true number may never be known, but each victim was someone's son, brother, or friend, lured into a nightmare from which there was no escape. Most of his victims were lured to his home with the promise of work, a quick job, or just a friendly hand. Gacy preyed on their trust, using his reputation as a good neighbor to disarm any suspicion. He'd handcuff them as part of a so-called magic trick, showing off his skills as Pogo the Clown. But once the cuffs were on, things would take a deadly turn, and the horror would begin. He buried many of them right under his own house, in the crawl space. The very ground beneath his home became a graveyard, hidden in plain sight from the world above. That's the kind of detail that turned Gacy from a neighborhood oddball into an urban legend that parents used to warn their kids. The story of the killer next door became a cautionary tale whispered in hushed tones. People in the neighborhood had no clue. Life went on as usual. Kids played in the streets, neighbors chatted on their lawns, and nobody suspected the horror lurking just a few doors down. Gacy's charm was his greatest weapon. He could make anyone feel at ease, blending humor and friendliness to mask his true intentions. He blended in so well nobody suspected a thing, until it was too late. He was the last person anyone would have imagined capable of such evil. The police only caught on when a teenage boy named Robert Peast disappeared after meeting Gacy about a job. The case sent shockwaves through the community and finally put Gacy under suspicion. That missing persons case cracked everything open. Detectives began to unravel the web of lies Gacy had spun for years, piecing together the clues that would lead to his downfall. When investigators searched Gacy's home, they found the unimaginable, body after body, buried beneath the floors. The scale of his crimes stunned even the most seasoned officers. Even after his arrest, the stories about Gacy took on a life of their own. Newspapers splashed his face across front pages, and his crimes became the stuff of nightmares. People whispered about haunted houses and evil clowns. The legend of Gacy grew, blurring the line between fact and fiction, and fueling fears that monsters could be hiding anywhere. In fact, Gacy's mugshot and painted clown face still feed urban legends today. His image has become a symbol of hidden evil, a reminder that appearances can be deceiving. He's become a warning about how danger can hide in plain sight, even behind a friendly smile. The story of John Wayne Gacy is a chilling lesson in the dangers of misplaced trust. So next time you hear a too weird to be true story about the friendly neighbor who wasn't what he seemed, remember John Wayne Gacy. Sometimes the truth is even scarier than the stories we tell. Sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones you never see coming. They could be living right next door, hiding behind a mask of normalcy. If you want more shocking true crime stories, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We dive deep into the darkest corners of history to bring you the stories that keep you up at night. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned for more tales that prove truth is often stranger and scarier than fiction.